Hi parents and caregivers. For this upcoming week, we will be reading The Mitten by Jan Brett. And if you're not familiar with the book, it's about a little boy who drops his white mitten in the snow. And because it's white, he doesn't realize he's dropped it, and all these different animals burrow in. So that's what we will be making, is the white mitten, and I will send you pictures of all the animals that will go inside. And I have picked up some new families. Welcome aboard. What we will be doing every week is making a craft or doing a coloring page related to the book that we're reading for the week. Because everything is teletherapy now, I don't want your children just to be looking at a screen for the half hour that we're doing speech therapy. It's really important that your child have some hands-on sensory input. So that's why we always do a craft or a coloring page. And I think that that's important, that your child isn't just sitting in front of a screen for 30 minutes doing speech drills. But while we're making the craft, we will be targeting your child's speech and language goals for things like this project. If your child is working on S clusters, we'll be saying snip while we're cutting. We will be saying stick while they're sticking the ribbon or the string through the mitten to knit it together. And we will be taking the animals and stuffing them inside the mitten. If your child is working on K's or G's, we will be saying cut, cut, or we will be putting the animals in the mitten and saying go, go. So no matter what your child's speech and language goals are, we will target them during the making of the craft. So I will be sending you the template for the mitten. And as you can see, it's wide here because we want your child to be able to put their hands inside to get the animals in. You will need, underneath the mitten, another piece of paper. And then you're gonna cut those out. I think it's a good idea, unless your child is really good with scissors, that you do the cutting for them. But if your child wants to cut, by all means, let them cut. There we go. So as you can see, we have 2 mittens. Now, here is where you will need a hole punch. And you're gonna punch holes all the way around the mitten, like this. Now, if you don't have a hole punch, you can use the tip of your scissor and punch a hole through. If that's the case, it's going to take you longer to get all these holes in. So definitely before your child's session, have the mitten cut out and the holes punched in with your scissors, because it would take a long time, and we want to make sure that we get to the craft and get to all your child's speech and language goals. So I am using a white ribbon to tie this mitten together. You don't need white ribbon. You can use string, yarn, whatever you have at your house will work. So we're going to put one end in and tie it. If you are using yarn or string, I would recommend taking a small piece of tape and putting it on the end and wrapping it around so that it's not constantly getting frayed while your child's going in and out of the holes. And it'll also be easier for them if they have that little piece of tape at the end. It'll also be easier to go through the holes. And then during the session, your child is going to sew this mitten together. So if your child is working on S's, we can say sew. If they're working on K's and G's, we can have them go, go, go. Whatever your child is working on, I promise we will target it. You won't just be doing arts and crafts. So we will go all the way around so that at the end, the mitten is knitted together. Then, in the order that the animals showed up in the book, we will take them and stuff them into the mitten, like that. So if you have any questions, please call, email, or text me. And if your child happens to have a second visit with me this week, I will be sending you a coloring page of different mittens, and each mitten has the name of a color in it, and that's the color your child will color that mitten. Thanks so much.